Jumps Racing returns to your screens on ITV from Windsor this afternoon, the historic town. Staging Jumps Racing again this season. The Winter Millions weekend takes centre stage today and on Sunday. The meet in the Windsor Sandwich is a quality card at Ascot that sees two jumping heavyweights go head-to-head on a weekend full of proven performers and rising stars. A whole host of quality horses to look forward to over the next 3 days live with us on ITV. Today we kick off with 8 live races, 3 from Market Rasen, the first of which is not too far away now, 1:25 our first live race this afternoon. We've got 4 races from Windsor, including the Fitzdares Lightning Novices Chase featuring Caldwell Potter. That's at 1:50, and 1 race on the level on the all-weather at Newcastle. Marshman has been well back in that. Just to let you know, news on an inspection tomorrow regarding Haydock's fixture. They are inspected just at 3-1 from Grandad's Cottage, and this is a veterans race. You kind of scratch your head that Grandad's Cottage is in this because he hasn't had much racing, has he?
I know. When you look at most of them, have had sort of, this is be around about their 21st chase start. This is only his 10th, and he's a 10-year-old, but he's got an incredible strike rate with 5 wins from 15 runs. So you can see why they've kept on going with him. He's obviously fragile, tricky to train. As you said, open to improvement because he is so lightly raced on this only his 10th chase start.
They went
as well. It looked like he was going to grind it out going to the last, and the pace setters paid for their earlier exertions from the back of the last, and he was able to storm clear. The quicker they go, the more it's going to suit them. There are front runners in the race, but I just think the nature of the track, Market Rasen, the emphasis would just be a little bit more on that speed as opposed to stamina, which Carlisle is all about.
Ollie already had a good day at Market Rasen with winning the first 2 races. So Market coming for following the yard in form.
And I will give you the sort of floor to talk about Numitor, Al, because you gushed when you saw Numitor on the
God,
screen.
a plunking. Oh no, here we go. But
we're off and racing. Stephen Powell calls them home.
2 miles, 5.5 furlongs here for the Unibet Middle Distance Chase Series Veterans Handicap Chase of £45,000. The Edgar Wallace going fast in the first 200 yards here, down towards the turn with the Flyer Begley accompanied towards the outside. 1 more for the road. He's also front rank, and Ditto Jetoile, who's on the rail. The grey is Numitor racing in 5th place next to Paint the Dream, and then a couple of lengths to Nocte Velatus, who's just ridden along for a stride or 2 by Cameron Isles, as the break of 4 or 5 lengths then to Grandad's Cottage alongside Angler's Crag and Railway Hurricane, the back marker, as they come down towards fence number 1 of 12, and the Edgar Wallace was the one who led by around a length to 1 more for the road in 2nd. 3rd place, a length and a half away to Jetoile, the top weight, with another length and a half to the Flyer Begley, the maroon cap, blue colours wider on the course. Paint the Dream is in 5th position as they jump the first of the ditches, and he was followed over by Numitor, with Nocte Velatus again still not travelling with a great deal of fluency in the early parts of this contest. And then there's a break to Angler's Crag, who's 3 lengths away with the Irish Raider Railway Hurricane, and Grandad's Cottage jumped that last of all. Wasn't very fluent, and he wasn't very fluent at a previous obstacle on that part of the course as well, and he's just being ridden along by Sean Berwick. Velatus, the light blue and black colours, moving well onto the heels of the leaders with Paint the Dream. Railway Hurricane is just about in touch with his front group of 7, and then there's 2 or 3 lengths back to Angler's Crag, who unsurprisingly is being outpaced. Grandad's Cottage has never really been at the races, and 1 more for the road has hoisted the white flag and been pulled up at the back of the field. They turn for home, downhill now towards the final 3 fences in this Unibet Middle Distance Chase Series Veterans Handicap Chase. A place in the final awaits at Haydock Park on Easter Saturday, and it is the Edgar Wallace in the red and yellow colours from the Flyer Begley on the right. Jetoile in between the pair. They're being chased by Railway Hurricane, dark green and yellow, moving well for Johnny Burke into 4th, and Nocte Velatus moving up on the right as well, and they've cleared away from Paint the Dream. That was 3 from home. Now the second last coming up, and it's the Flyer Begley. Jack Velatas, who's jumped into second place. Then the Edgar Wallace there, followed by Railway Hurricane, is now one pace. Then Jetoile and Angler's Crag. At the last, the Flyer Begley. By a length to Nocte Velatas, who's trying to close. They've drawn away from the Edgar Wallace. They're on the flat for home, and it's the Flyer Begley for Jack Hogan, who's now beginning to draw on from in second place, Nocte Velatas. And the Flyer Begley for trainer Gary Hamner has moved away to beat Nocte Velatas by 3 lengths of the line. The Edgar Wallace stayed on to be third, and then Railway Hurricane 4. Good leg work from Angler's Crag into fifth, from Jetoile in sixth, and then Paint the Dream, Numator, and they were clear of Grandad's Cottage.
Well, the Flyer Begley wins and lands a good few bets as well, sent off at 17-2 and continues what's been a terrific season for this horse.
Yeah, he has. He's been kept up to his work and he's kept on responding. The nature of this race, they jumped off, went a very good strong gallop. Grandad's Cottage was always on the back foot. Going down to the last fence, both horses needed a good bold jump. They've certainly got it, Alice, and they've served us up a treat.
Yeah, they really have. And, poor old Tom Lacey, when your luck's out, because he's run an absolute stormer. Not to develop Velatas, and he came for him, didn't he, at the last. Cameron went for a young man's stride, and he absolutely got it, but the Flyer Begley had too much in the tank. The horses that didn't turn up today, Grandad's Cottage, that was very disappointing, and Numitor